Did you know that after World War II, Canada became a safe haven for some of the very people who served the Nazi regime? It's a shocking and often overlooked part of our history. When the war ended, Canada opened its doors to thousands of refugees looking to rebuild their lives. But hidden among the innocent were men who had committed terrible atrocities. Between the late 1940s and early 1950s, it's estimated that hundreds, possibly even thousands, of suspected Nazi collaborators quietly made their way into Canada. Many of them came from Eastern Europe, hiding their pasts with falsified documents or by posing as anti-communist refugees. They blended into society, starting new lives while their dark secrets remained buried. Why was this allowed to happen? At the height of the Cold War, the Canadian government's main focus was fighting the spread of communism, not hunting down war criminals from a past conflict. Officials often looked the other way, and in some cases, may have even seen these individuals as useful assets in the ideological battle against the Soviet Union. As a result, former members of S units and pro-Nazi militias were able to live freely in cities and towns all across the country. It wasn't until the 1980s that the truth started to come out. Investigative journalists and researchers began uncovering explosive evidence. Shocking headlines revealed that known Nazi collaborators were living peaceful, ordinary lives in places like Toronto, Montreal, and Edmonton, some even using their real names. The public was outraged, and the mounting pressure forced the government to finally take action. In 1985, the Canadian government established the Deschênes Commission, a federal inquiry tasked with investigating the presence of Nazi war criminals on Canadian soil. After years of digging through archives and hearing testimony, the Commission's final report confirmed what many had feared all along. Canada had indeed become a refuge for war criminals after the war. The report identified hundreds of suspects living in the country. But what happened next is perhaps the most unsettling part of the story. Despite the Commission's findings, very few of these individuals ever faced justice. Legal hurdles, the passage of time, and a lack of political will meant that most were never prosecuted. They lived out the rest of their lives in peace, their crimes unpunished, while the stories of their victims were silenced for decades. This is a dark chapter in Canadian history, a powerful reminder that the past isn't always as clean as we'd like to believe, and that uncomfortable truths can often be hidden in plain sight. It forces us to ask difficult questions about justice, memory, and national responsibility. Thanks for watching. If you want to uncover more untold stories from Canada's hidden past, make sure to follow our channel and subscribe for more deep dives into history.